Hello and welcome to this broadcast of the Broom Room. I'm your host Samuel. Now today I'm interviewing the band The Broom. Now for some facts about the band, it was formed just last month and the inspiration for the band's name was a broom that was found in the podcast room. So if you could introduce yourselves.
Yes, so I am Rui, or Rui. I'm the acoustic guitarist, but rhythm guitarist. Unfortunately, our drummer Matthew and our bassist Hannah aren't able to come in, but we're still here to represent the band. So I'll just pass you on.
Hi, my name's Duncan. I'm the lead guitarist for Broom.
Hi, and I'm Cam, and I'm the keyboardist and singer of the band.
Well, what inspired you to form the band in the first place?
Well, it's part of one of our modules for uni, so we basically got put into a band and have the task of recording 2 songs and like producing them and recording the videos, which is what we're doing today. So we basically just got like flung together like a month ago. So to say we've only been together a month and we've already got a song, it's quite impressive.
So just like sort of getting set up from there, like figuring out your different interests.
Yeah, well, when the first day we were all in the studio together, all of us were there and we just started talking about what direction we kind of want to go in terms of style and music and the kind of overall aesthetic of the band. And we all were talking and we all figured out that we all have kind of a mutual interest in like rock music and stuff. It's a fairly kind of common genre that people like, and we started talking about what kind of rock, and we went on to like talk about Fleetwood Mac as a big influence, and their stuff like Seven Wonders was an influence on this song you're about to listen to specifically.
Yeah, and just forming the band around that sort of shared,
Exactly.
interest.
It makes things a lot easier when we're all into the same stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what sort of challenges have you faced so far?
I'll definitely say trying to make the track in the studio. Trying to maneuver around Pro Tools was definitely an obstacle, I would say, because we're not fully experienced in using the studios. So trying to work out what each button does and then what you have to where we have to go where, it caused us to kind of not do everything as soon as we wanted it to. But we got around it. And I would definitely say in scheduling everyone to come in to record their piece was a different hassle, because also everyone got our own lives, things get in the way, like job and transports. But we've kind of got around that just by everyone that can come in record their parts, and then whoever can't come in come another day, and then they do the bits, so it all adds up. Like for this track, we end up doing that a lot, but yeah, so we definitely got around it.
Especially trying to make that work with like work commitments and that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although it's an interest, it's like you can't immediately go into making like money off of it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's for our module, it's 2 tracks, so we're definitely halfway there. And with the amount of time we've had to make this first track, it's definitely been positive result, I would say. And hopefully we can finish the second one before the deadline.
So making the music ties into the uni course, so that must help a lot in terms of like scheduling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, with the uni course, it's really, well, what am I gonna say? Yeah, because we can always schedule it on say days when we have classes, and so if we could schedule it before class and after class, but then sometimes it's like there's a lot of people in our module and we're all vying to try and get a space in the recording studio, and sometimes you can get a good room and sometimes you cannot get a very good room, but you always manage to try and come up with something, and we always try whenever we meet up to have like a bit of progress. We always want to have something to show our work, you know.
Well, you mentioned that you're going to play a song. What's the sort of meaning of the song that you're going to play today?
So it's called Tell the World. So I think where I was going with this idea was that like wanting people to actually like know like what you're thinking, like what you want them to listen to you, like to know what's going on in your head, because sometimes like people don't always listen. It's just about like expressing yourself, I guess. Yeah, it's just along those lines of like telling people who you are, basically.
So it's written like with a lot of passion.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, just like personal experiences, like trying to think of lyrics that work with what you've been through, and like lyrics that other people can also relate to. Yeah, comes together quite well, I'd say.
And does the name of the song sort of tie into the like meaning of it, or?
Yeah, so "Tell the World" is one of the lines like in the chorus, and I thought that would also be a good name for the song because you're telling the world like you want the world to listen, basically, like you're telling them what you want from them, so like telling them who you are, basically.
So, moving on, what are your sort of plans for the future as a band, like up to the end of uni or even beyond that?
Well, like I said earlier about the track, that's definitely one we've got to do. But as of after that, I think it's safe to speak for all of us. We kind of just see what happens, really, see where life goes. But yeah, right now our main focus is passing the module.
And then just sort of moving forward and seeing
Yeah, exactly.
where life
yeah.
takes you.
Yeah.
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 Well, I better let you guys get set up
Yeah.
for the
Thank you.
song. I'm excited to hear it.
Thank you.
Now the band is going to play us their newest song, Tell the World.
I've got this contemplation of who I am today. How some would see me differently, others stay the same. But I am only human, not a figment in your mind. I'm split between the surface and the depth within my life. Sometimes I'm calling, but no one's there to listen to my song. I want to share my story, tell the world what is going on. Going round in circles, I'm spinning out my mind. Not sure where I'm going, not sure which way is mine. I try to be a giver, I tend to lose sometimes. Not everyone's a winner, not every road is right. Sometimes I'm calling, but no one's there to listen to my song. I want to share my story, tell the world what is going on. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, how can no one hear me? I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, why can no one see me? Sometimes I'm calling, but no one's there to listen to my song. I want to share my story, tell the world what is going